Well,
It looks
Oh
like it has
yeah,
jump jets, so yeah, it's the stealth one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Is
And
this? I believe this is the one with all the SSRMs and the LBX.
yeah,
Yeah. So this is an absolute brawling Orion right there.
yeah, and looks like that is the AC5s, Streaks, and small laser Sunder. So yeah, they're going for a lot of mobility and a lot of close range brawling. So I guess they're going to be wanting to manage their sight lines until they get really, really close, and then probably just jump in at the same time and just fuck them up.
To light a fire under their ass. And there we see an asset. And we see that same Orion from Deimos, Demonic Screams.
Yeah. I think this is the first year of the 3v3 with the Orion, right?
I don't know. I think you're right.
Yeah. It's always interesting how new assets are factored into the way people have been playing previously. It was the same with the assault tanks a couple years back, and the Shodan I think last year, and the Shrek.
Yeah, I do take this Orion on. I like this Orion on this map quite a bit. I take it in SA and free for all on this map, and I like it a lot. So I'm not surprised to see it if it's in the price bracket. But I'm curious to see what else. Okay, here we go. Madcat. What is that? Madcat G. So yeah, they're going full close range brawl, which I do like actually, because that's another LBX asset. LBX heavy mediums, DSRM 4 I think, and then 2 LBX 5s on top of that. So it's LBX 30 as a Madcat. So very nice synergy with the Orion. So they have basically the same range bracket. And even on a Haunted Dropship, even though like if I couldn't see Cyan's list, I know they're gonna brawl because they always brawl in 3v3s. They always close for brawl. So you just got to be ready for it. You either need to you have to be very good to mid range against Bashar's team and not get your ass kicked. Because if you can't focus a torso, if you can't kill one of them, or at least almost completely kill him before combat is joined, they're just going to walk all over you. And that is my favorite avatar, the Fallschirmjäger, I believe.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That was the first one I really clicked with as well.
Yeah, so I still prefer it back when it had medium pulse lasers, but it's still really nice. So
yeah,
very good brawl.
I will say it's one of the assets that hasn't been served particularly well with the changes to the AC20, because I feel like it suited a little better because you could twist a bit easier when it was just the one and done with the AC20.
Yeah, now you kind of have to stare with it. Okay, so let's see. It looks like they're ready, so we'll probably AUG any second here.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Teams have decided it's AUG. I don't think Duelist knows that they can't see his chat when he's a spectator.
Yeah.
And they're going straight for each other.
Yep. Raven's going up onto the hill. He's got a bit more range than the others. So, oh yeah, this is going to be an immediate brawl. So Cyan needs to be careful here. They can't get drawn over, and Haunted, if they could draw them over, it would be great. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so they're going to open up immediately with the UX. And in this case, if I'm Haunted, if I see those UX and I see that Shodan on the hill, I'm charging. Like, I'm not fucking standing back here, because you have the close range damage over them, and it looks like Deimos and Bly getting caught up on each other a little bit. Oh, and Raccoon just eats 2 LBX-20s to the face as he does that Pop-Tart. And I would just go. I think they're waiting too long. Like, just go around the corner. I'm really not sure what the holdup is here. Here they go.
Yeah, there we go.
And they're switching to the Shodan, which I understand, but they already did damage to the Orion. I think I would have stuck on that. And they're on opposite sides of the Shodan, so they can't hit the same thing. And Ghosty goes down very quickly, which is a little disappointing.
It's going to be close.
Alright, if I'm them, I'm going after Raccoon now, but it looks like there's one-on-one, and I don't like this for Haunted Dropship. I think Bashar's team is winning in the damage here, and now it's 2v1.
Yeah, that's the ballgame, I think. Barring Deimos pulling out a miracle, which, he could.
I don't like that from Deimos. I would have jumped towards Raccoon there to split them up. I don't know if his back is weak though. That could be the case.
His back must be weak.
Yeah, his back is on
Raccoon
fire now.
unloaded into him quite a while.
Yeah. And there
he goes.
I think that was just a little bit of a misplay from Haunted. They didn't seem to know who they wanted to focus. I understand why they focused the Shodan when they came around the corner, because if you can hit the side of it, you can kill it pretty quickly. But they split up such that they could not all hit the same side at the same time, and so it seemed like a lot of wasted time, wasted damage.
Yeah, I also think that they paused just a little bit too long when they got to that wall. I think they kind of gave Cyan a bit more time to plan and focus their next move, and I think they got a couple of free jump snipes on them as well.
Yeah. I think if
definitely the last one from Shrimp.
Yeah, I think if I were them, I would have. If you didn't want to go around the wall, they could have hugged the wall and peeked to the left side, because Raven in the Shodan, he was kind of out to their left a little bit. They could have played the corner of the wall for just like one LBX shot and just all unloaded into him, and it might have not even done anything because he could have just hidden that side, but it would have forced him to take a position he would not have otherwise wanted to take. So I'm not sure, but you know what? I should see how close this was before they kill each other as they're doing right now. Alright, Orion is about 50%, and...
Set 3, map 3.
The Sunder is pretty low CT, it's about 30% CT. The cockpit is out, but I think it's because Raccoon just shot it out.
Yeah, that's what they
map
just did.
3, just give me a moment, I can load that.
Okay. I think Ghosty should have survived longer in the Avatar, like, because it has 360 torso twist. I think he should have just, once he realized he was combat ineffective, he should have just stayed alive as long as possible, just to be a damage sponge. Because the Avatar is pretty tanky for what it is. And with 360 torso twist, you can make them take basically the entire mech. And then if they come off you, then he can just re-engage with the AC-20 and get a few screen shakes.
So again, looks like they're favoring brawling, which, you know, that's good. That means they won't be, well, I'm not going to say that because then I'll jinx us, but it will favor a quick fight.
Yeah, brawling is very on brand for Cyan's team. I think knowing them, or especially speaking with Bashar over the event, he's going to take that team and they're just going to go right to mid.
And speaking of Hellhounds, looks like that is the ERPPC Hellhound. That's not generally the one I tend to take, but it's one that Bashar has been using pretty often.
Yeah, I have seen him. He used this in the last week. Against this very team, I think. Yeah, against this very team on Clear Cut.
Yeah.
But this is actually pretty good for this event because those are HMGs, I believe, and so those will fuck up tanks. 4 of them will fuck up tanks pretty decently. I don't like the rest of its weaponry for this map that much, but so I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking exactly.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, maybe ERPPC depending on, could run a bit hot, but I'm just happy somebody's spreading the good word of the Hellhound. Looks like Deimos is going with the 4 Rack 2 Partisan, which is a pretty decent one.
That is... Oh, I'm gonna catch shit for this. I can't... That could be the Bushy B. I think that's the Bushwhacker B with the LBX-20 and all the SSMs, which is an excellent brawler. Probably the best burst damage Bushwhacker. That is the... Yep, that's the Rack 2 Party Van. And I'll be damned if that is not... Oh, that is not the Chimera F, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking it was as well. But I heard HMGs, and I think pulses as well, so I think that might be the Echo, right? Maybe?
I don't recall. I don't know. The only Chimeras I know are the B and the F, and that's neither of them, so... Completely lost on me, but that's a bullseye on his chest, but, I mean, whatever. Well, you know, if that is the Bushy B, I think I actually like Haunted's list for this. The only thing I don't like in Haunted's list is the Chimera, because I just hate Chimeras in 3v3s most of the time, but because I just find they go down sometimes. Okay, cool. Alright, here we go. What did Cyan actually end up taking? What did Bashar
It looks like Cyan has taken the Oro, the Hellhound, and the Ares. Looks like...
Okay. I'm very
Blood
surprised.
decided he wanted the Ares and just stuck with it.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, the Ares is not the thing. I was just wondering, was Bashar going to take the Blanner or that? I don't know. Maybe the Blanner was outside his price range and he was fucking around or something. No idea. No, that's the cheap Blanner. It should have been in his price range. That's just a bizarre Hellhound for this map, in my opinion.
Mm.
I think he is their primary anti-tank with the HMGs.
Potentially, yeah.
Because that is... I think that's actually the LBX. Ares? I'm not quite sure.
No, it's the UX-10.
Okay. Alright, then yeah, he's definitely... He's gonna have to jump on that tank and try to stay on it if he wants to get the damage. Although, I think I know him. I think he doesn't care as much for the tank damage bonuses as much. So I think they're probably just gonna play this super simple. Yeah, and see, they went right for mid exactly like he said he would. And they're gonna,
yeah.
But they're just all gonna pick a target and just focus the shit out of it. I think Haunted has a very good chance list-wise of winning this. They have good anti-tank. The Rack 2 Party Band melts tanks. And so the Bushy Bee has incredible burst damage against them with the LB-20.
Yeah, I think it's just a question of if they nail that opening engagement. Yeah, I think the edge is with them.
I wonder if if Cyan saw them on radar or something, because they're beelining right for them. I think probably they just go to middle, see they're not here, let's try to cut off their NASCAR, pick one direction, see. Yeah, they don't know where they are. They're just trying to cut off the NASCAR. So they might pass close to each other and not see each other here. Because here's Haunted.
Yeah.
Around the big spire.
Ooh, Cyan's in a bad position. If fight happens now, they might not be.
I'll be honest,
shape.
I want to see Haunted win this because I want to see us go to round 3.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, Bashar, I didn't see if he was looking, but he might have seen them. There, no, he's looking the wrong way. No, he didn't see them at all.
There's also that little hill between the big mountains, so between the spires.
This is so crazy watching them between the monuments.
Yeah, do you think Haunted knows that they're there?
No, but I think they might accidentally
Probably
stumble
not.
into them right here. Yeah, they're about to stumble into each other, completely blind.
They see him. They have to.
Oh my god, I wish Haunted were just a little bit more formed up. Okay, Ghosty sees them, I think. I think Ghosty's aware.
Yep, they're rolling in.
No, Ghosty's looking right. No, no, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
They don't see them.
This is so nuts.
Oh no.
Oh, and Hamster eats some UAC 20 to the face.
Oh no. That
All
was
right,
just about as bad as that opening fight could have gone for Haunted.
Oh, they need to get with Daimos. Daimos cannot push this corner alone. Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm still walking around.
Daimos needs to come back and bait them over. And I think it's a big mistake to focus the Hellhound first. Oh my god, now they're switching to the tanks, so I think this is just a really crazy and chaotic engagement. Daimos is now too far back, and he can't contribute. Oh, yeah, there goes Daimos.
Yeah, down goes Daimos.
I think that's why he fell so far back.
Yeah, maybe. And there goes Hamster, and that's
and there
GG.
goes Ghosty.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that was real rough. I think, time and again when I've been watching these matches, the opening engagement, just getting your approach right is the right thing. Nice ambush.
They ambushed each other, to be quite honest.
Yeah, but definitely good reacting from Cyan.
Yeah, they had the better engagement by far.
And I think that makes them
that's tournament
winners
point.
of the tournament.
Yeah, that's tournament point for Cyan bonus situation. Well, GG's, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Rock.
That was a little unfortunate engagement on Forsaken.
Yeah, that was a very interesting match to watch.
Yeah,
we got jumped, and that was my fault for not being able to really coordinate us back into where we should have been able to push back.
It was kind of funny because you guys passed each other very close without seeing each other, and they were looking when you guys first showed up. They were initially looking the wrong way. You were walking into their back, and one of them turned and saw you, and they all turned and got a good first few shots on you.
It'd be funny to see the recording back after that.
I was just laughing at the absurdity of the situation of like you guys were like beelining right for them, and I thought, oh, Ghosty must see them, and then Ghosty looked hard right, and I was like, oh my god, he doesn't see them. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a little unfortunate, but it's too bad. I thought you guys had a pretty good list for that fight.
Yeah.
Compared to
just another day on Forsaken. Just another fucking day on Forsaken.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's Forsaken for a reason, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Well, we're happy we at least killed one of them once, so...
Yeah.
We equalized Invictus's team who actually managed to kill one of them, so I'm happy enough to walk away with that.
We thought for sure WR saw you guys, or knew you were there anyway, because they suddenly stopped, all formed up, and started like walking directly towards you, and we were like, oh, Ghosty sees them for sure, like it's about to go down. And then all of a sudden Ghosty and all three of them look hard right, and they're like looking to their right while they're walking directly at you, and we were losing it. Oh my god, they don't see them, what the fuck? Like they were literally like beelining directly for you and didn't see you, and I was like, oh my god.
I was sitting there with the Ares running active the entire time, and I'm like, yep, nothing. And Raccoon saw them before I did, and he was running passive on his Oro.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing beats the Mark 1 eyeball on fucking Forsaken. It's too bad because I kind of wanted to see round 3, and also I thought Haunted had a pretty good list to fight yours, that one, but they just got I wouldn't even say they got ambushed, they stumbled into a firing line, and...
They lost momentum. Yeah. If the Oro had been... Not the Oro, if the Partisan had been aggressive, it could have done some serious damage.
It was really unfortunate because what it looked like from our point of view is, well, you guys ambushed the Chimera basically, and okay, he takes cover, of course, he's a Chimera, but then Deimos pushed alone a little bit in the Partisan, and then he reacted because he realized, oh shit, I'm pushing alone, and then he overreacted going backwards, and then you guys were basically constantly in a 3v2. Because, like, or either 3v1 or 3v2. Like, Deimos push, you guys 3v1'd him, he backs up, you're in a 3v2 versus the other two. Deimos comes back, but it's too late, the other guys are too damaged, he's too damaged, and it's GG.
Yeah. I'm also very happy that somebody was spreading the good word of the Hellhound for the...
Yeah, Bashar, what was the deal with the Hellhound? With that Hellhound on this map?
It's good.
Yeah.
Is it?
Hellhound's...
Like...
Almost all the Hellhounds are pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. Most of them have a role, and honestly, it just comes down to personal taste. I don't like the ones with XL engines. You know, my good friend Ori would, of course, disagree with me heartily.
I mean, it does run a little warm, but you get like 2 or 3 year PPCs before that's a problem.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna follow you in here and provide the color commentary.
Alright. I don't think either team has built their list yet. Oh, well, Invictus.
I mean, there's an avatar.
There is an avatar. That is...
I think it's a flying red. I forget what it was. I didn't look at it very long.
It's not flying red. It's got a ERPPC, 3 medium lasers, and a cannon of some sort.
I don't actually know what this avatar is.
I don't know what
just
that
because
is.
That, I was gonna say it's the Gauss and PPC one, but that only has
it's not a Gauss.
PPC, and that's not a Gauss.
That looks like an ERPPC. It looks pretty big to be a regular PPC.
We'll find the fuck out.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around.
And then that is the light Gauss. Awesome with, what is that, 3 pulse lasers and LRMs, I think?
There's a lot of stealth.
They are going for
it's Avatar Foxtrot's HPPC. With 2 LRM5s of Ultra AC-10 and 3 medium lasers and a B-pod.
Yeah, sorry, I meant HPPC. Did I say ERPPC?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant when I said it was bigger than the other ones. And that is the large laser rifleman, so they are going mid to long range, which is understandable and clear cut. And let's see what the other team...
Which is fine up until the moment you bump into them at point blank.
Yeah, basically, if you're going to do this list... I was thinking about this. If you're going to do this list, you really can't be near the mountain because you just have so much opportunity for the enemy team to just bump into you at point blank and you won't see them coming. And it's far too late to react. So I was saying in last week's that, especially in 3v3s, I think people don't realize as much, and maybe you don't see this in pubs as much, but like you can't force a mid-range fight against a brawl list unless the terrain is forcing them, because otherwise they'll just run into you. And there's nothing you can do to stop them. You basically, unless you are some preternaturally good focusers, there's no way that you can like really stop them from getting up to you. And so you really need to focus or pick the right terrain to fight.
Yeah, I mean, I have experience doing that in some of the previous 3v3s where I think it was the first one where me, Batuta, and Brain were playing. We would do the PPC wall where we identified favorable terrain, pick a bunch of PPC assets, and then just sit on it and just dare people to walk.
Yeah.
That worked pretty well when we did it, but we also had a good set of maps where we knew the places we could do that on.
So it looks like the other team is mostly Heartless is starting to buy assets. So we've got a Rommel with a Gauss. I'm guessing that's H Gauss.
That's H Gauss.
We've got a Thor with... Oh, is that Tlaloc? Yeah, it is Tlaloc. The 3 large ER large lasers and then ER ATMs. That is an extremely hot but extremely long range. Well, at least both teams are going long range, so we'll get a bit of a fight here. Yeah. We won't get like just
possible.
Stomp. Hopefully, and that is the H Gauss Avatar. So both teams are picking roughly the same range bracket.
Okay, so the problem with this Avatar here is that you're up against 7 large lasers.
Yeah. I know what I'm focusing on.
As soon as he removes himself from cover, that H Gauss arm is probably going to fall off if they're good enough at shooting it.
Yeah,
and
it's also
Vic can make the call.
Yeah, it's also very hard to hide that arm because of how thick it is.
Yeah.
Like you can do it if you've got like perfect torso twist, but I don't think Kimon does because he's a little too new. Even as good as he is, it looks like they're go. Yeah.
I mean, he might be coming over from MechWarrior Online, so twist twisting might be something he understands, but I don't know. I've not really watched him play too much.
Right.
I managed to get on my team all the time, so I don't really have experience shooting at him. That said, I'm not liking this pick with the Summoner. I just don't know if it really synergizes too well. I mean, the closest synergy is just the alpha damage to the lasers, but you lose
once, the alpha. Yeah, you lose the alpha damage after the first strike too because of the heat. It's such a hot mech.
And you don't have playroom with the heat with the jump jets if you're using the lasers.
I crashed. Excellent.
That's fantastic.
So I took that Thor once in a 3v3, and the only reason I did well with it is because they didn't focus me, because I was so far back and it was proxing kids and brawling up close, and I was able to get the damage out of it.
So Invic's team has gone to the middle mountain, and they're actually probably about to get line of sight to Silvercraft. He's up high. Yep, they're shooting LRMs. Silvercraft is taking LRM fire from Invic's LRM 5s, and he's returned fire with a single large laser. They are engaged, but Kuru also crashed, or is just sitting still for no reason looking at them. But nope, he did not crash. He's just 400 meters away from the team, just staring at, watching the fight happen.
I have to wait for my ghost to leave the server.
I think he's getting triggered by trees.
Alright, well, they have taken cover behind rocks, but as far as I can tell, Silvercraft has taken a lot of damage, and I'm going to go take a peek at that actually. So Rommel should be untouched, Kemen's Avatar should be maybe just mildly damaged, but mostly untouched. The Avatar is fresh, Rommel's completely fresh, and yeah, Summer is not in a good spot for continued combat.
I can't see, but if he really disengages, he might still be able to get some damage off with his ER ATMs.
He's got enough HP if he gets away, but they're in a bad spot to try and get out of there with that thing. If he tries to go anywhere, there's no line of sight breaks for him. Invic's Avatar. Okay, so Invic's team is essentially fresh. No more than 10 damage on 10 or 12 damage on any component.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh my lord, will it kick me from the fucking server already?
They've brawled. Invic is going on. blasting out a Rommel, which is now getting jammed up on a rock because he can't drive, and he missed his leech cross.
Server's still not
Epic.
Looks like I'm seeing the first buy out of Krispy Kreme. It is Mad Matt in, I believe that is the Pulse and Streak Owens, the medium pulse, which is a personal favorite of mine. I think it's my favorite Owens.
That's pretty cool, Owens.
Yeah, Keyman or somebody on the other team has bought Osiris Delta, but no one got into it, so maybe they're not using it.
Yeah. I think when I was first starting out, that Pulse Owens was one of the first mechs I really clicked with.
It's very user-friendly.
Yeah.
The precursor to the Hellhound.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's pulse lasers and streak missiles. I have a type. What can I say?
And that looks to be an Owens Delta that Invictus is in. Another Owens. They could be going for a mech tank list with the Owenses at this buy bracket. They're very annoying to take down. Actually, you know what? They're annoying to take down at any bracket, but at this bracket especially.
It's very fast, but it's not very maneuverable.
I'm talking about the
fucking
Owens.
MiG-21 of Living Legends.
That's one way of putting it. I'm talking about the
fucking
Owens.
MiG-21 of Living Legends.
That's one way of putting it.
Is that the beam laser Owens or?
That's the dual SRM. What is it? It used to be 6. Now it's 4.
Yeah, it's still 6s.
It's still 6s. Yeah, so it's dual SRM 6 and 2. Used to be 2 small pulse lasers. Now they're just 2 small lasers, I think.
With the required tag.
Yep, with the tag in C3.
Okay, I'm seeing some purchases out of Mostly Harmless.
Are you saying that, or are you making fun of them?
No.
They're
UAC 20 or
their team name is Heartless, Mostly Heartless.
Oh fuck!
Harmless.
I am an asshole. Good lord. I thought it was Mostly Harmless.
No. Okay, they have gone. Well, aside from that Cougar, they've gone Brawl, Extreme Brawl. In fact, I don't think I like that Cougar because it doesn't mesh with the other two. If they rush that Cougar, that's gonna be.
That's the standard ATM one, correct?
That's what I think it is.
It's not.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have the middle medium one.
Yeah.
So that one has.
No, it's actually Narc and 2 LRM 15s, I believe.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad one, but I feel like if you're going to have a Narc on a list, you kind of need to build the list around it a bit.
Yeah.
Well,
personally,
I might actually say that Cougar is kind of the exception, because you can just fire the Narc and then just start vomiting.
yeah, so it's a pair of mediums, 2 15s, and the Narc.
Alright.
It does do a lot of damage, but this is a very fast and light bracket, so he's not going to hit LRMs.
Yeah, I think it's going to struggle to be kind of garbage against the Owens.
Yeah, I think that I give this pretty strongly to Krispy Kreme. Just given it feels like their list is a lot more focused, whereas it looks like mostly Heartless rather. You know, they have different brackets or different range brackets where they're really going to shine, and I think different speeds as well, because I think the Osiris is a decent bit faster than the Ulu or the Cougar.
Are the two teams generally ready, or there's somebody still building?
It looks like they're
It seems that they're good.
It appears that they have built, yes.
I think what needs to happen is Keyman needs to run interference, get a 0 throttle on somebody, and then they get blasted with the LRMs and the UAC 20. If you can't get something funny like that, then you're not going to do a whole lot of damage.
Because then, you know, Owens has a turning radius in grid squares. So
all right, looks like they're go, and Krispy Kreme is moving out. Looks like they're running mid initially. They want to get into a fast brawl. I think Invictus is wanting to just get this over with. Doesn't want to have to build a third list and just wants to smash into them, which fits their list style decently.
I mean, it's best of 5s.
Oh, it's best of 5. Jesus. Okay. Does he know that?
I believe he does. Yes.
Okay.
Let's not make any assumptions here.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, it looks like we're gonna have a quick fight here because both teams are going mid, and I think we both preemptively give this one to Krispy Kreme because I think they just have the better list for the open brawl.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're
they're making contact.
range.
And Invic is doing the funny with the tag.
I hate that functionality.
I was wondering if you would do it.
Invic and Mad Matt nearly crashed.
For the benefit of the audience, what do you mean by the funny with the tag?
You can track the SRMs with it.
Yeah, SRMs track tag.
And they fly way faster than streaks with it.
Oh yeah. And they have incredible amounts of tracking.
You tag
looks
it,
like
gets hit, and they
they're-
die.
This is a pretty crazy brawl. They're just
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not
this is-
able to focus.
So
They're focusing
Ruffles
Invictus to the
actually-
best they can, but
Yeah.
I think that's the right choice on assets, possibly, except for maybe Juffos.
Camon. Yeah, Camon's back went out. That was it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, Invic got 0 throttled, so that was your opportunity
Yeah.
to
It looks like Invic lost a missile
Both
pod.
is...
So
No, just one hit.
And so
So we're
Red's
about
going
to
down.
die.
yeah, it looks like Krispy Kreme had this, but that was a very good, about as a good showing from Mostly Heartless. I think
Last
could
of
have
it
gotten.
longer. Look how Karur still has his UAC.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
How
That's
did they not?
That is the longest I've ever seen a Badger keep his UAC in a brawl. And Invictus has just resigned the fight. He's probably one shot or something. And I am not seeing like any hits from Karuru here. That's like 7, 8
Yeah.
misses in a row.
Yeah,
that
that's
was a
rough.
laser.
I think Baker had it right with their only chance would have been getting them up in C6 and hoping to bait them into the walls.
And there goes the wrong arm.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was not the UAC arm that just came off. Ah, there it
And there goes Karu.
Alright.
Honestly, they didn't even shoot him till the very end. It's a very weird choice to not shoot the UAC 20 order right away. It's also kind of very disrespectful.
Yeah, Invic
They
looks
probably
pretty...
called out the
Oh,
Kuru.
Invictus was about one shot from losing his right leg actuator. And then his left torso
Oh,
is at
explain.
3. And his CT is at 59. His right torso is at 12. So he just tanked everything.
Yeah.
His other leg is pretty fucked up too.
Mad and UFOs are practically untouched.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty flexible.
Oh,
bracket, I think.
this fucking map. This is maybe worse than Carbon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's a maze. This is going to be an hour long.
I was having nightmares about this map. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Was this even a list?
No, Duelist put it in as a substitute for Carbon. But I don't think Duelist knows why we wanted Carbon
Duelist
subbed
moment.
out in the first place. Yeah, some fucking peak Duelist moment right here.
Yeah.
In the
Okay,
words
reroll
of the
TSA.
immortal Don Johnson, we'll let it roll.
Oh boy.
So we've essentially done nothing. We've made no progress.
I'm enjoying myself at least. Well, I guess while we're waiting, I'll pose the question to the two of you. What would your hypothetical loadout be for this map and these buy brackets?
It's gonna be fat and slow, so I'm underbuying Blanners only. You have, honestly, I think it's viable because the cold temperatures let you just mask like an idiot wherever you want without fear of anything going wrong. You have plenty of heat capacity because of the cold to use your weapons, so something like a Prime in the A, which have really long mask times on regular maps because their heat sink loadout, can now mask forever. And then you wait like 2 seconds to shoot your PPC and then you just run away. There's no way to catch up if they buy the actual like price bracket they're giving.
Looks like I'm seeing is that the Scarecrow Rio from Mostly Heartless?
Oh my god, it better
It
not
is, and it is.
Oh,
It's
no.
UAC 20 and Cruise trying as like a UAC 20 shooting again.
Because, it's a good Rio. I would not take it on this map. I was about to say,
No.
if I were list building on this for this price point, I think I would stack Clan near large lasers or something. And just have the long range poke so that you can focus things down. But, if he had pulled a Rio Prime, I'd be like, yeah, that's perfect for this map. I was just talking shit about the Rio Prime last week in the 3v3 because Ghosty took it twice on Forsaken or something like that. Or no, he took it on Glory and Forsaken, and I thought those were bad maps for it. This, on the other hand, is like the perfect map for it.
Invictus has bought a Shodan.
I don't know.
Yes.
And Jufos is buying a Shodan.
That's the Hag and SRMs.
That's a good one. I like that one.
It's a Shodan time. Shodan party.
Mad Matt has a Shodan. He has. Is that the Gauss?
Yep. So
Gauss heavy medium lasers.
So they picked the funny Shodan list that can do brawling and also long range at the same exact time. Personally, I would probably give Invic as having the most dangerous Shodan just because the heat.
Yeah.
It's usually too hot for most maps, but he can get some very good sustained DPS out of that thing, and I think at that point it beats out the others.
Yeah.
Mad Cat A.
Which
that is indeed a Mad Cat A.
So if they get a good engagement, the UAC 20 plus 2 UAC 10s and all the other junk will absolutely shred the sides of a Shield and should be able to kill it in just a couple seconds.
Yeah, and this
is.
is.
Go ahead.
I believe Silvercraft has purchased the. I want to say that those are two heavy
That's
larges.
Yep.
It's a UAC list for some reason.
Yeah.
No, if it was okay, so I like Kamon's asset quite a bit. I mean, I love the Mad Cat A period, but I think it's actually good for this map. It's going to be a little bit more forgiving because it's a cold map too. Because the big challenge with that thing is not overheating yourself and killing yourself with the PPCs mid-fight, and also not jamming the UX. That's actually the thing that's going to determine. Like, I don't know. I know Kimon's good, but he is new. I'm not sure if he's got like don't jam the UAC 10s down yet. Because that thing will just shit out insane DPS if you can control yourself. That is really a self-control check on that thing.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I'm sure you're not surprised that it's taken me until relatively recently to really get good at not overloading UX.
But what I was gonna say is I think they should have stacked UAC 10 instead of UAC 20. I'm really not sure what stacking UAC 20 is about. It's gambling that you can. Well, I mean, it's not that bad, but
it's less flexible. But if they get the favorable engagement where they just walk around a corner and suddenly there's a Shodan side panel, then that Shodan just dies, and it can't do anything. It might get like a single attack, and then it dies.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. I think I remember doing TSA or SA Golden Rocks.
Yeah, there's two versions of it. Kind of wish we could put it in, but apparently it's crashy as all hell.
Looks like.
I mean, so is Ice Planet. We play that all the fucking time.
Yeah, well, you have to understand, Rick worked on Ice Planet, so we have to play it. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah, we were fighting where their team is actually, I think.
Oh my god, I was excited for a second because the desync names, because Invictus is like following the trail of. Oh my god, will you just turn the fuck around?
I'd love to see like a small.
I think it's about impossible for Invictus to miss them here if they keep going.
Yeah, they're going into each other now.
Yeah,
now we have contact, and this is actually a pretty decent engagement.
Oh, Kamon doesn't see them. Oh, Kamon looked away at the last second.
No, I think Invic has to see them at this point.
Yeah, Invic must see Kamon. Yeah,
there we go.
Yep.
Oh, you missed.
I think Kamon missed both his PPCs. I'm not
well,
sure.
if they
they're hitting
press on Invic, they could get him, but they're not going to. I don't think.
What are you doing, Kuro? What the fuck? I'm looking at just throw.
He had the right idea, I think.
He's showing his back. He's showing his back.
If Kemen and Silver would have came up with him, they could have gotten Victus before the other two.
Oh, they could have.
Rolled up.
But nope.
Yeah, it looks like they are trying to pull them into a better engagement, trying to pull them apart almost.
Yeah, this is.
I think Crispy has this pretty much in hand.
This is over.
The LODs are so fucked on this map. Like, I'm not even 500 meters away, and the mechs are disappearing, and then when I go to the other side, the tanks are disappearing. I think Silvercraft's the last one with armor to share, and
I mean, Keeman hasn't actually taken that much damage.
I was gonna say, yeah, he needs to really get going.
But he has now.
Doesn't matter though, because he's just getting 3v1s because the other people aren't hurt enough or healthy enough to do anything.
Alright, well, Karuru's getting some damage in now.
Silvercraft's down.
I think Karuru just... No, he didn't jam. Okay, I thought he did for a second.
Well, his arm's off, so it doesn't
It's
matter.
gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the ball game, I think.
Yeah, Mad Matt should be pretty fresh, and Vic's gonna be low, but he's got the longest range, so we can afford to sit back.
Karu should just blow Matt's side out and then just rat. Oh, he was that weak, damn.
Oh wow, he wasn't. Oh. Yeah, that was just honestly poor organization.
Yeah.
They actually had, I think, a really good engagement. They just kind of said, we don't want this good engagement here, just take the win. I think they're just gun lined. Like, they could just walk backwards towards the mountains and force.
I think if they had gone around the corner, I think Invictus would have been... I remember Proxima used to bait this back in the Chaos March days, that Invictus is a really impatient commander, and he doesn't want, like, the games to go on. So if I were doing this, I would have just blocked line of sight and just waited. He'd push into you every single time, I think.
Yeah.
And then
So
you get the,
knowing that they're only
the
tanks.
20 distance.
Yep, yeah, you take the corner around the mountain, and the first thing that shows up, you're getting UAC 60 on the side panel. And it's just dead. Like, if they just play the corner, you can't push it with shoot and not die.